Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and over the next few weeks and months, we'd like to introduce you to some of the new staff members that we have here at Habitat. And we're starting today out here at La Fortuna, where we're building 12 new homes. I'll be interviewing Don and Erik, two of our new site managers out here, and we'll do a site tour so you can get an idea of where we're at with the project. I got some questions for you just to help everyone get to know you a little bit better. New to the Habitat team and hoping to, for anyone who hasn't been out on site to get to know you a little bit better. So, first question, just tell us a little about yourself. What were you doing before you joined Habitat?
So what I was doing before Habitat is I ran a construction company for several years, and before that I was a project manager for mold remediation. So I've been in the construction industry about 25 years.
I was actually a Peace Corps volunteer in the country of Panama. Did that. We did that almost to its full term, but we got evacuated in March. And before that, I was in architecture.
In architecture?
Yes.
Cool. So I assume maybe that is partly what interested you in joining Habitat, but was there anything else that drew you to working for Habitat?
I wanted to work for Habitat because of the purpose. I think it's really interesting what they're doing for affordable housing and kind of in the country and in areas of need, and also, the architecture and construction relationship.
At one point I had volunteered and really enjoyed it. And then when the opportunity arose to come and work for Habitat, I jumped all over it. So I love giving back and creating affordable housing for people is it's paramount in this area.
What would you like our volunteers to know about you?
I like to have fun. Having fun out here on the job site to me is one of the three keys to getting this done. Safety is obviously going to be first, but if we can't have fun and enjoy what we're doing, then why are we here?
Mainly just, I'm not from the Seattle area, I'm actually from Oklahoma, so I guess for what I've learned is they don't really meet a lot of people from Oklahoma, so it's kind of fun to have different conversations and kind of teach people from where I'm from. I think that's really fun to get to know a lot.
So with that in mind, what's been the best part of the job so far?
The best part of the job so far, I think, is getting to meet the partner families. Really getting to know the folks that are coming in and going to live in these homes that we're building. It's just been great to work alongside of them and see their excitement for the house that they're going to live in.
My favorite part about working out here, I'd say, is probably been working with the volunteers and getting to know them, especially a lot of our regulars. We see them a lot, and we're able to work side by side with them, and it's been really fun getting to know them a lot better.
So what would you say to someone who maybe isn't sure that they have the skills to come out and volunteer on a site like this?
For anyone who feels any sense of insecurity about coming to a site and doesn't feel too confident, I would say that Habitat's a great place to just come and learn. That we have different projects going that will for all levels. So I think it's a great place to come and practice and kind of master a skill from someone who's had a lot of experience, someone has none. I think, and we can see that progress over time with a lot of our regulars.
Boy, if you're thinking about volunteering, just do it. Just do it. There's nothing more rewarding than coming out here and knowing that at the end of the day, the labor that you've put in, the time that you've put in, is really going to a good cause, and it's really making a change.
And for someone who's never done construction before, what can they expect in their volunteer day?
We're going to teach you. We're going to be patient with you. We're going to take time. We're going to teach you each and every tool that you're going to need to use. We're going to make sure that you're safe doing it. And at the end of the day, you can take those skills and work on your own home or whatever projects that you want to do.
What is the best construction or maybe home renovation tip you've ever received?
You can always learn something new. So don't be afraid to take constructive criticism, whether it's from a volunteer or a person that you're working next to or whatever. because everybody's learned to do something different at one point in time, and it may be a better way than what you've known.
The best construction or home renovation tip I've ever received, and I still use it a lot, is measure twice, cut once. I think it's very important.
What's your favorite tool to use out here?
Probably my hammer. You know, it's pure power, and I love it. I love the sound that it makes. I just love swinging a hammer.
Ooh, favorite tool? That's hard. I think actually the wall puller. Wall puller for some reason is just fun to use.
Can you describe what the wall puller does for somebody who might not know?
The wall puller, essentially when we're working, when we have a wood substrate, what we can do is we need to move one of our exterior walls. It's pretty heavy. I mean, sometimes you could do it with, some force, but this tool essentially pins the bottom plate of your wall and pins the substrate. So essentially you have 2 points you have a reference point to pull from, and you nail it, kind of pin it into the ground slightly, and you're able to pull on one side, and it helps you move the wall. It's kind of fun to use.
How can volunteers best prepare to come out on site?
Well, for volunteers coming out on the site, the biggest thing I can tell them is proper attire, proper footwear, proper clothing for the weather. Always carry some rain gear in your car, whether you're going to need it or not. There's nothing more miserable than being wet and cold. So layer up, bring your rain gear.
So when you're not on site, what are you doing? What do you like to do in your free time?
Outdoors things. I like to hike a lot. And I'm a big soccer fan, so I'm a big Manchester United fan. So on the weekends, I typically like to watch some games. They are in second place right now, so hopefully we get back to the first place.
So in my free time, I spend an awful lot of time with my wife riding motorcycles. We love to travel the country on our bikes and just see all the different places. And if we're staying home and we're not out traveling, we're probably out with our dog somewhere.
What's a favorite place you've been to on your bike trips?
We did a 4,500 mile trip to Colorado, and it was epic. Going over the Continental Divide and up over that, it was just breathtaking.
You're in a role here where you're oftentimes teaching. What's something that you've learned from a volunteer or a partner family while you've been out here?
I think something that I've learned over my time being here at Habitat about the volunteers, or at least this experience, I'd say, is honestly kind of the value of time. I think it's impressed me a lot to see how many people come out here on their time and come volunteer. And I think it's showed me that I know a lot of people don't do that, and I think it's pretty impressive to see how many people actually do.
Enthusiasm. They have amazing enthusiasm. That's why they're here. That's why they're volunteering. They love doing what they're doing. And so being able to take that away from this position is incredible.